The murder has sparked shock, but also a cascade of vitriolic comments online towards insurers about the high costs of health care, many with a blatant lack of sympathy towards the murder victim. Democratic Congressman Khanna joins me now, and this is obviously just a horrendous crime. But has this online vitriol surprised you?
Well, first of all, let me just say it was horrific. I mean, this is a father we're talking about of two children, and my sympathies to the entire family. There is no justification for violence. But the outpouring afterwards has not surprised me. Look, I, as a congressperson, had United Healthcare deny a prescription for a nasal $100 pump spray, and I couldn't get them to reverse this. So imagine what ordinary people are dealing with. The biggest denial comes when it's cancer treatment. I mean, people are getting denied on cancer treatment. And my view is very simple. Why can't we have a rule that if a doctor prescribes something and if Medicare, traditional Medicare, is going to cover it, then private insurance companies should be forced to cover it? I mean, it's absurd in this country what's going on.
I want to, you retweeted a post by Bernie Sanders that said, yes, we waste hundreds of billions a year on healthcare administrative expenses that make insurance CEOs and wealthy stockholders incredibly rich, while 85 million Americans go uninsured or underinsured. Healthcare is a human right. We need Medicare for all. That's not really going to happen. So what would you say to those Americans who are frustrated right now?
Well, first of all, Bernie Sanders is absolutely right. I believe we can make Medicare for all happen. He was retweeting Elon Musk, who was pointing out that the United States spends the most on administrative waste. If you care about efficiency in government, Medicare is 2% administrative fees. The private insurance, 18% that they're wasting. But as we fight for Medicare for all, what we can do is require private insurance to cover anything that Medicare would cover. We can require a cap on out-of-pocket costs. We have to understand people with cancer, with heart disease, with diabetes, with insurance aren't getting the care that they need. They're getting stuck with huge medical bills. And Bernie Sanders and I also have a bill to end medical bankruptcy. But finally, after years, Sanders is winning this debate, and we should be moving towards Medicare for all.
You mentioned Bernie Sanders responding to Elon Musk. What he actually said is, shouldn't the American people be getting their money's worth? He and Vivek Ramaswamy have been asked by President Trump to lead the Department of Government Efficiency, DOGE. What do you think they could do in terms of health care realistically?
Well, they should look at the extraordinary waste, and they will find that CBO has said Medicare is the most efficient, and they should be looking at where the private health care costs are. But there are other areas that Bernie Sanders and I have said we could work together on. The defense costs. Defense contractors. Look, Lockheed Martin has, with the F-35s, has gone about $200 billion over. There is waste when it comes to breast pumps being purchased at $1,400 instead of $200. Soap dispensers, $150,000 we paid Boeing for soap dispensers. That's the waste they should go after. Now, there are places I disagree, Martha. They should not touch a penny of Social Security. They should not touch the CFPB. They should not touch Medicare in terms of this funding.
You have been talking to Elon Musk. Tell us a little bit about those conversations. He has welcomed your input. What has that back and forth been like with Elon Musk? And what do you think about what a huge role he's playing so far?
Well, there's one area Elon Musk was brilliant in that he worked with President Obama and Ash Carter to have SpaceX. And that disrupted Boeing and Lockheed. We were getting ripped off, the American people, and putting satellites up to space. And President Obama, under his leadership, Ash Carter's leadership, they said, Elon, with SpaceX, you can bid on launching these rockets. He had reusable rockets that stayed.
Okay, now go to your conversation with him. What have you
we've talked about that. We've talked about that, and I made the case to him that Tesla and SpaceX have been funded by the Obama government, and let's have a role for government, but let's look at what you did with SpaceX. Why can't we do that with other parts of the five primes to reduce costs? I think when it comes to defense, getting better defense for a value and cutting costs, there can be huge bipartisan cooperation.
And I want to talk to you just quickly as we finish up here. I spoke to you in March, right after the House passed a bill to effectively ban TikTok unless they divested from their Chinese owner. You were against that and said you didn't think the bill would pass First Amendment scrutiny. scrutiny. Federal Appeals Court on Friday unanimously rejected TikTok's First Amendment argument. So do you think that will be banned?
I don't think so. I mean, since I've been was on, I had a minority position. Now every politician is celebrating their TikTok following. But let's see. Look, let's see where it goes with the Supreme Court.
Okay. Thanks so much for joining us this morning. We appreciate it.